Lucifer Alpha.
That's right. A type RAO11 virus which another team was developing. For someone like myself, who was closely involved in the project, blowing up the lab was quite a simple task.
My God, Elijah, do you know what you're saying? That explosion killed half the world's population.
I moved all the materials and records essential to the Bioroid project into the shelter and executed my plan on June 6th. After sealing off the lab, I brought the two of you with me to the underground shelter and we entered a cryogenic sleep. But not before I programmed an atmospheric research satellite to transmit a wake signal when the danger from Lucifer Alpha had passed.
Why did you save
10
Gillian?
years later, Lucifer Alpha naturally mutated into a non-toxic form.
But the automatic revival system failed to work.
Oh no, it worked. Just as planned. It revived me 10 years later. A little sooner than the two of you, of course.
But even though you sealed the lab with the explosion and everything, you should have been exposed. Why weren't you?
Oh, I was. But by that time, the vaccine L Angels had already been developed.
So everything went just as you planned it then?
Yes,
Not quite.
up until that point. But my real struggle was yet to come. My original plan was to revive Jamie as well, and for the two of us to finish the development of the Bioroids. You, Gillian, you were to stay asleep forever. But I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Not after looking at Jamie's peaceful face there in the pod. Besides, I could never have convinced her to work with me on the project anyway. I knew the time was not yet right, so I changed the timers of your pods to permanent on.
So what you're saying is you're
How could you do such a thing?
crazy.
And so for the next 40 years, I worked alone in that cold and lonely room under the Kremlin, trying to complete the artificial skin for the Snatchers. For days and days, no one would visit me. I never saw the sun or felt the changing of the seasons.
It's because you killed
Still,
everyone.
I always had Jamie by my side. You were always there for me to talk to. Just you and I for 40 years in that dark cellar.
Oh, you poor, poor man.
You said it.
And then, 3 years ago, my research was finally completed. First, I snatched the Siberian Special Investigative Forces to establish a transport route for the Snatchers. And then, to test the effect of large-scale snatch operations, I chose Neo-Kobe City to be my experimental sample. Neo-Kobe is cut off from the surrounding areas, a sort of miniature country in itself, making it a perfect test site. And since it's a melting pot of various races, it would also allow me to gather extensive data on Snatcher modification and operational techniques. In addition, the element of suspicion or
Hope
mistrust,
you guys brought your
which runs
sleeping
deep in Japanese culture,
bag.
was another reason I chose this site.
But your test revealed a critical flaw in your machine's artificial skin.
Yes, quite unexpected, I'm
Does
afraid.
the music
All my
change?
research for 40
How's this
years.
cutscene been going
I
for
gathered
so
data and
long
worked
that
day and
we
night to
needed a
find a
music
solution, but
change?
nothing seemed to work.
So that's why you decided to bring Professor Modner here, right?
That's correct. I discovered my father in one of the government's hospitals. He was old, but still very sound of mind. Naturally, he would not cooperate with me.
Of course not. He'd never become involved in something like that.
So, unable to receive his assistance, I decided that I had to have yours. But a mistake on my part allowed both you and Gillian to be taken into custody by the authorities first.
Just what are you trying to accomplish, Elijah? You must know you can never get Jamie back.
I'm only interested in discovering what I can of the human
That's fucking
animal. In
stupid.
the past, it was because of Jamie. My motive is different now.
It sounds like you're just suffering from the wild arrogance that corrupts so many scientists.
Humans are such weak creatures. No matter
Why
how
does
much they
Kojima
trust
hate
one another,
scientists
the
so
tiniest
much?
speck of suspicion can destroy it all.
Oh shit.
Look at how the Snatcher
Okay, this
problem
is
has caused
retarded.
such wild unrest. No matter how much science advances or how high we set our ideals, We eventually begin to suspect each other, to hate each other, and then to kill each other. The Snatchers are nothing more than a tool for bringing out
Cool
this
proper
reaction.
pocket protector, bro.
I am simply using the Snatchers to elicit the true nature of the human animal. I think this experiment has shown me the limits of human society. I sincerely doubt it will be able to reach any greater level of prosperity on its own. If human society ever hopes to reach greater heights, what is needed is an absolute leader. A firm ruler who isn't affected by these trivial episodes of mistrust.
You're crazy if you think people would ever obey Snatchers.
Of course they wouldn't. But if they don't know, they cannot object. There has been a time in every age that the people have longed for a god to lead them. As long as they give the people no reason to suspect them, then they can easily become their gods. Indeed, a new race of super beings. We are almost there.
Oh my god,
Once
make
we
it
perfect
stop!
the artificial skin,
Make this
Snatchers will
cutscene stop!
transcend
It
man
is
to become
really
this planet's true
something I
human
cannot
beings.
fucking take another
But
second
you'll never
of.
get your perfect skin now. Professor Modner is dead.
You'll never
I no
get
longer
your
have any
perfect
use for my
skin.
I have a sample of the new skin he developed. Once I've analyzed it, I'll be able to make as much as I need.
Oh,
Or if need be, we could simply culture the keratinized cells,
Skin.
epithelial cells, and melanocytes in the quantities that we need.
What are you talking about? How could you get a sample of perfected artificial skin?
Why don't you take a look at this? We found this in
skin.
the rubble of Queen's Hospital.
That's you.
Random.
Random as a snatcher. Oh my god.
Oh, an acquaintance of yours?
He's a Snatcher?
Ah,
That
his
term
Petrovich
isn't
made a
exactly
good
accurate.
snatcher. This is just
This
like
bioroid
Terminator
was constructed
2.
by my father without
Yes.
my knowledge. He modeled it after me in my youth. He built it right here in this
Yes,
facility.
this is so
And not only
good.
that, he programmed it to destroy Snatchers.
Now there is only one
This
thing left to
bioroid caused
destroy.
me
Thumbs
serious
up.
difficulties.
Yes, this
It's
is so
designed
good.
and built far better than my Snatchers. The machine itself thought it was human. My father input memories for it all the way back to childhood.
It's because
Those two
your dad's
were
the king
apparently mine.
and you're just a schmuck.
Haven't you yet realized? Random Hajil is Elijah Modner spelled backwards. How like my father, silly old man. He did virtually overnight what I could not do in 40 years of effort. Furthermore, he makes a bioroid so perfect, even the bioroid itself believes itself to be real. What's more, the cells of the skin he developed are self-replicating. Once in place, no further transplants or culturing is necessary.
Shut the fuck up.
Is he dead?
Its main and locomotive systems are completely shut down. It's just spread out. But the artificial skin is being kept alive. This we need. With
Oh my
this,
god.
move to phase 2 of our plan, a full-scale infiltration of the
Yes,
world's major nations.
Elijah. I did
The fight's
notice
already
that
over. You'll never succeed.
it is
What does the
random
matter?
spelt backwards.
Nothing holds us back now that we have this perfect
I really
skin.
did.
We can go anywhere
But,
we want.
you know,
There will
thank
be
you
no
for
way
pointing
to
that
tear us
out.
apart.
I really,
I will have
really
free
appreciate
control
it.
over the world.
Bucko.
Nothing will be able to stop me. Politics and free
don't know
thought
what
will
I'd do
no
without
longer
you.
have any meaning.
Giving us this big
My
information
will
dump.
alone will decide
Holy
the
shit,
course
you're
of
so
human
helpful.
history.
Thank you so much.
You egomaniac. Do you think you can snatch the entire population?
There's a fully automated Snatcher factory under the Kremlin. Even as we speak, scores of new Snatchers are being born.
But no matter how hard you try, you won't be able
Why
to
is she
snatch
so
the people's
badly
heart and
drawn
soul.
compared to the other
What do you
two?
hope to gain from this anyway?
Jamie, the human race is composed
It's
of
like they're
fools.
90s anime characters
I,
and she's an
I'm
80s
different.
anime character.
I will be its savior. Indeed, not just of mankind.
Wait, no, I had that the other way
but of all
around.
life
They're
on the
80s anime
planet.
characters.